What is going on, fight fans? So it looks like Errol Spence did not activate his rematch clause. It's now 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on the East Coast of the United States of America, and we have no rematch clause activation. From what I know, I've checked every single possible source. Now, there was a source that said that he intended to do it just a few days ago, but you have 30 days from the day of the fight as per the contract to activate that rematch clause. And we have not heard anything. I've gone on to Errol Spence's social media. Nothing. Now, this video could age like milk, and within a matter of hours after this was posted, he's activated it. But I've been waiting all day to make the activated rematch clause video, and I can't because he hasn't done that. And there's no reporting, there's no indication that he has done this. So what is going on? Is Errol Spence going to fight Terrence Crawford in a rematch, or is he going to move on? Personally, I feel that he should just move on. The fight would probably be worse, in my opinion, if they were to fight again, because a few more pounds is not going to make all the difference in the world. It wasn't because he was drained that he couldn't beat Terrence Crawford, because he was 147 when he destroyed Ugas, who beat Manny Pacquiao. Ugas who gave Sean Porter problems, right? He was top tier beating Ugas, but all of a sudden he's drained for Terrence Crawford, even though he's only fought at the 147 weight limit his entire career. So I don't think he was weight drained, and that's the reason why he performed that way. I think he simply has one stylistic choice, because that is his bread and butter, which is an unending engine or never-ending engine where he could overwhelm you with activity, overwhelm you with punches. But when you take that away from him, unfortunately, although he is fundamentally and technically a sound fighter, he doesn't have a deep tool set. He doesn't have anything else other than that aggressive, continuous punching, as he averages higher than anyone by a large margin in the welterweight division in terms of punches thrown and punches landed. So, unfortunately, I think Crawford has downloaded Errol Spence, and the next fight, even if it's at 154, will just essentially be round 10 for Terrence Crawford, and he'll just continue, and probably it'll be worse. He may be able to finish him in something like the 5th round if they were to fight again. So we haven't heard anything from Errol Spence, nothing at all. No indicator that he wants to fight, that he wants the rematch, that he's activated his rematch clause. He said it publicly that he wanted it, but remember what I said on this channel. You can say things when your ego is crushed, when you're embarrassed, when you're in front of the world, and things of that nature, when you're getting all these messages, and, you know, as a man, you feel hurt, your ego is bruised. You might say, yeah, I want the rematch clause, we need to run it back. But your team might look at that and say, there are better routes. There are better, more sensible routes, because we don't see this fight selling because of how bad the beating was. And we also don't see a possible win because it was such a one-sided affair. Even if he was drained, being drained is not going to give you this one-sided fight, right? So he probably maybe won't activate his rematch clause. We're probably at that point, because if he doesn't do it today, it's not going to be done. And no one has reported on this. No one has reported on this. No one has said anything. So I don't know. One good news that we got, though, one amazing news, is that Canelo has reconfirmed. He has reconfirmed that he is down to fight Terrence Crawford now that he heard that Terrence Crawford is willing to go up to 168. That has, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion, instantly created the biggest fight in boxing, period. It is that fight, Canelo versus Terrence Crawford. Then it's Tyson Fury versus Usyk. Then is Canelo versus Benavidez. That is how I have them ranked. As Terrence Crawford versus Canelo would be insane to watch, because seeing a man jump up 3 divisions and seeing how well he can do against a person 3 divisions north of his division who also is a killer fighter, essentially will become a Hall of Fame fighter, a legendary fighter when his career is over. With the resume that he has, this is a super mega super duper fight. And because the pay-per-view did around 700 and something thousand, you bring that guy, that's a dance partner for Canelo Alvarez, and Terrence Crawford has a dance partner in Canelo Alvarez. So I think that they can easily cross the 1 million pay-per-view buy mark, and we can have another fight cross that million. And I wouldn't mind seeing this fight happen in May. This from Michael Benson. Canelo Alvarez has now confirmed that he is open to a potential fight versus Terrence Crawford. Sorry about that. After Crawford said he's willing to move up to super middleweight, 168 pounds. You never know in boxing. It's possible. Why not? If it makes sense, I'm down to do it. So it looks like he wants the smoke with Terrence Crawford. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. I'm hoping that we get information on Errol Spence. I truly wouldn't want him to activate the rematch clause, but he is within his right, because he's contractually within his right to activate that rematch clause and have his opportunity to fight again. I welcome him using his right to try again, because it was in the contract. So go ahead, if you want to do it, go ahead and try again. But if he doesn't, I'll actually be happier, because it moves boxing forward. We're repeating something that it doesn't need to be repeated again, in my opinion. All right, let me know down in the comment section, do you guys think that he's going to activate it? He doesn't have much time. We haven't heard anything. Today's the last day. Or is he just going to move on to something else, or retire altogether after that performance? Because it feels super demoralizing. You have no belts. You got to start from scratch. Or are you going to go to 154 and fight? What are you going to do? So it just seems very demoralizing for Errol Spence. He might retire if he doesn't do this rematch with Terrence Crawford. But it opens up Terrence Crawford to fight Canelo immediately in May. And I'm all down, and I'm down for that 100%. All right, guys, let me know down in the comment section. Do you prefer this scenario where Crawford fights Canelo, or do you still want Benavidez to fight Canelo? What's your opinion on this entire situation? It's all connected. It's all connected. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Canelo, Benavidez, Jermell Charlo. It's all like one thing. Everything links to the other. All right, until the next one, guys, this is Errol from Boxing Fanatico. Peace out.